My friend has FL Studio and he asked me how he can create MIDI project with several MIDI tracks and export them as a one MIDI file with different MIDI channels. I don't have that FL Studio, but what I did, I downloaded a demo version. And now I'll show you how I figure out how you can do that on my way. I'll open new template, empty template. Okay, now when I have empty template, on left side I have channel rack, down I have mixer, and right I have kind of project window, something like that, or pattern window or song window. Now I want to create some patterns, some tracks. I want to route them to this mixer. I want to put proper MIDI channels, and then I want to export as a one MIDI file with different MIDI channels. So let me start. On this plus sign on channel rack, I am going to press plus sign and use SSD sampler. And then I'm going to choose kit, drum kit, and check it, does it works? Now it is going to be connected to this pattern, and I will change name for this pattern, rename it to drums. And I will connect those drums to here track on mixer on track number 1, and I will call that drums. Now I'm going to add another instrument. It is going to be bass guitar, and that bass guitar is going to be connected to number 2 control in mixer, channel number 2. And here I am going to, for bass guitar, in track 2, I will record it there in track 2, and I am going to add here that pattern and call it bass. And now I will call this one as well bass. Right click and you can change name. Now plus sign, left click, and I'm going to add contact. In contact I am going to use my accordion that I created recently. It is Dalape organ tone 993, and that is actual picture of this accordion. And I will choose basson or organ register. Now I will create here as well. First I'm going to rename it. Organ accordion, and I will add here another pattern, organ accordion, and I will connect it to number 3 in mixer and rename it. Now when I created here everything, now I'm going to record some material, but first this one, sampler number 1, I don't need, and I'm going to delete it. Okay, let me just check, is OBS recording everything? Because, yeah, it is recording. Okay, excellent. Now I am going to record some material. I will choose tempo 105, press pre-counting, metronome activate, record, and I will choose here track number 1, and then I will record drums. So that is recorded material. Oh, I made mistake. Actually, it is not mistake, just I don't want to record everything in pattern. I want to record in song mode. So I will just click here on song, and then again, I could record in pattern, then move it later here, but I prefer to do this on this way. Now again, from the beginning. Stop. Now we have recording. Now I'm going to record bass guitar. Click here to bass guitar. Bass guitar is going to be on channel number 2. this pattern bass guitar, and now recording in song mode again. Okay, now we have bass guitar, and now I need accordion. I have pressed to accordion, choose accordion, record on channel number 3, on track number 3 actually, and then accordion. I have to record as well, I have to record button E that will call register with buttons. I can change register. So I'm going to call, actually during my recording I can change register as well. But let me just keep one register to make it simple. And now I will start recording. Now I have accordion, I have everything. I will disengage metronome, disengage pre-counting, recording, and play. That is my song. Now I finished that part. So in left side I have channel racks, in right side I have project window or song project window patterns, and down I have mixer. As you can see, I can mix it. Now I can, if I change it here, it will just show on left side what do I have here recorded. It will call right away that window instrument, actually instrument from channel rack. Now I want to export everything. Now I want to make sure that all those 3 instruments are on different MIDI channels. Now I'm going to press Tools and Macros, and then prepare for MIDI export. It will tell me that actually all those channels, in order to allow to have different channels, they will change to MIDI. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, and you can see sampler, but now when I click OK, it will change here everything to MIDI. Look at that now. And I got 3 MIDI instruments. I can close them now here. And then you can see beside the name I have MIDI sign. When I press to that MIDI sign, now I have option to change MIDI channel. Now this is actually 16 MIDI channels, and I will choose MIDI channel number 10 for my drums. Now, my drums are on mixer channel number 1, but there is actual MIDI channel number 10. And I will close this. Next one, I will put MIDI channel number 5 for bass guitar. And next one, I will put MIDI channel number 6 for my accordion. And that is whole job that I have to do. Now my project is ready to be exported. Several MIDI tracks will be exported with different MIDI channels in one MIDI file. Now I'm going to click File, Export, MIDI file, and I'm going to call it, let me just find one of the names that already exist. Or I can actually say Tiho MIDI test. FL Tiho MIDI test FL Studio. Now I will choose location and it will be desktop, and now I'm going to save it. I will keep this default setting and it is already done. Now I am going to open VLC player and to show you that it is working, it is playing actually. That is Tiho. Okay, there is Tiho. Let me just remove those things from my screen. It is a lot of things that I don't need there. Now this one I'm going to put here. Okay, performing is not so great, but you can see, you can hear all those instruments, all those channels are there. Now we want to make sure are really they divided in proper MIDI channels. We can check it. I will use Cubase and open it in Cubase. Or you can open it in any keyboard. When you open in keyboard, you can just import it in a keyboard and you can choose instruments. Don't save this. Now I'm going to go to File, Import, and MIDI file. And that MIDI file is called Tiho MIDI Test FL Studio. Open, choose location, and now you can see SSD sampler. You can see is MIDI channel number 10, and Easy Bass MIDI channel number 5, and Organ MIDI channel number 6. Everything is working very well, properly. So my goal was that how to achieve this: record something in different MIDI on different MIDI tracks, choose virtual instruments, and then export them as a one MIDI file with different MIDI channels. That was my goal. Maybe there is another way how to do so, but that is just a way that I figure out how to do so when I download the software. As I mentioned, if you go and if you search on internet how to do that, you will not be able to find those information. Those information are somehow written in a manual, but you have to go through manual and lose a lot of time. I just, how did I figure out? I'm an experienced musician with reading all those information. So when I use Studio, I just go through all those information, I read them, and then I know their meaning. So that's why when I know meaning of that, I go directly to section where it could be done. And then if I go to sections and if I see prepare for MIDI export, I was trying before just to export it without preparing, but nothing happened. I have to prepare it. There is another way as well. You can choose options to work with this function, to choose patcher. And if you choose patcher, you have to then use option to add in patcher color mapper. And in color mapper, you have different MIDI channels as well. And you can do that on that way. It's a little bit more complicated. And that is another story. Maybe I will make another video about this application for you, explaining how to do so on this way. Or how, if you have recording, actually, if you have recording all material, if it's recorded on only one place and you want to still separate it, you can do that with patcher. You can do that with color, and even one recording with several tracks, several instruments on one track. You can separate them and you can then put them on different MIDI channels as well. So a lot of options, just a little bit confusing some stuff, and requires a lot of thinking, a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience. But let us finish this video with this idea. That is a great idea, very easy, simple, and fast. See you in my next video.